as a story or as a task comes in from the product owner, transitions to you as a developer, you understand what the steps are, what's required of you, and what's required for the next step once you deliver your code. So my name is Dan Mazzella. I'm with Arcadis, and we are a nearly 140-year-old civil and environmental engineering firm based in the Netherlands. Through acquisitions and whatnot, we're worldwide now. I'm the director of software for global mobility. That's the transportation sector. So we do things like high-speed rail, airports, highways, IoT devices that are connected to the transportation sector. Yeah, so as a junior, it helps on the onboarding process and coming in as someone fresh out of school, because you understand what the process is because we have it fully documented. There's no guesswork. There's no oral tradition, as it were. You can go and refer to wikis. You can refer to the documentation on exactly what's supposed to happen with software development lifecycle as a story or as a task comes in from the product owner, transitions to you as a developer. You understand what the steps are, what's required of you, and what's required for the next step once you deliver your code. Yeah, from a senior point of view, it's the importance of documenting the actual way that you work. It's not necessarily conforming to the Agile manifesto or conforming to a specific requirement in the ISO audit requirements. It's documenting what are you doing, how as a company are you operating, have that documented so that when an auditor does come in, they can verify this is the way that you say that you are working in terms of what your procedures and process are, and then go into your source code systems or your Jira or Azure DevOps and validate that yes, a story came in from a product owner. They set what the requirements were. It was transitioned over to a developer. They worked on the code. They did all their unit testing, and then it was transitioned over to the next phase. And that verifying and validating that those steps happen within the story or task tracking system against what you've documented in the wikis or in your documentation system. That's the important thing as a manager, as a senior person, to validate and verify that it is actually as it's documented, and not worry about if something goes wrong, not worry about that fact and the fact that you can document that thing that went wrong as well. Coming from the CEO, CTO level, it's having the assurance that your organization is operating the way it should, and you're not going to get sued, not going to look bad if something goes wrong. You can validate and verify that your team is operating the way it should, how it should, according to what the documented process is. And if something does go wrong, you can see what those exceptions are and improve the organization over time. You can find me on LinkedIn, LinkedIn/in/dmazzella. I'm also have a few blog posts up on Arcadis, arcadis.com. And I also come to conferences like this, and you can find my recordings out there on YouTube. Look for DMAZZELLA. There's two Z's, two L's in there.
Hi there. Thank you for staying with us until the end. If you want to learn more about Engineer Explains, click on one of these.